Hugo Ekitike has made an instant impact for Liverpool, but other summer signings are still waiting for liftoff at Anfield. Liverpool snapped up Alexander Isak on deadline day and could unleash him on Burnley this weekend. Isak would love to make an instant impact, but other Liverpool summer signings are still finding their feet. Jeremie Frimpong is out injured, and Florian Wirtz has yet to show his best form since a huge move from Bayer Leverkusen. Milos Kerkez has been up and down as well, initially flattering to deceive before impressing in the 1-0 win against Arsenal. Kerkez joined Liverpool from Bournemouth over the summer, and has immediately come in to replace Andy Robertson at left back. Slot will have full faith in Kerkez moving forward, but he is still adjusting to life at Anfield. The international break has given Kerkez a chance to feature for Hungary, and he has started both games against the Republic of Ireland and Portugal. Hungary lost 3-2 to Portugal on Tuesday night, and Kerkez was rather unfortunately involved in the winning goal. Liverpool teammate Dominik Szoboszlai played a pass into Kerkez's path, but João Cancelo nipped in to intercept the pass and win the game. Perhaps Kerkez could have been more aggressive in receiving the pass, but Szoboszlai's pass was still a little short. Hungarian fans certainly weren't impressed, as Nemzeti Sport polled the opinions of 7,830 fans on the performances of Marco Rossi's players. Goalscorer Barnabas Varga finished on top with an average rating of 8.45, but Kerkez finished rock bottom with a rating of just 4.51. Liverpool teammate Szoboszlai wasn't much better with a rating of 5.43, but Kerkez being the worst of the Hungarian squad is a concern. Nemzeti Sport added their own rating, grading the Liverpool ace at a 5 out of 10 while adding that he was annoyingly easy to tackle for Portugal's winner. Kerkez looked to have turned a corner against Arsenal, but he must now hit back against Burnley this weekend after a tricky end to the international break. Kerkez made the biggest move of his career by joining Liverpool last summer. There is a big difference between impressing for Bournemouth and replicating that form on a regular basis for Liverpool. The expectation levels around Kerkez have risen, and there is more of a focus on his low points now that he has joined the Reds. Kerkez certainly has the quality and mentality to succeed though, and deserves some time to get back to his best. It's too early to write off Wirtz, and it's certainly too early to suggest that Kerkez can't make it at Liverpool, given that he is just 21 and is still settling in. Kerkez has been through some difficult moments in the early weeks of this season, but just like any other signing around the Premier League, he still needs time to adjust and produce his best displays for both club and country. Former Manchester United defender Gary Neville has suggested that Liverpool might live to regret not paying more for Crystal Palace's Mark Guehi this summer. In the end, the Reds missed out on Guehi late on in the transfer window, and Neville has discussed the saga with his fellow pundits on this week's episode of The Overlap. Guehi has shone for Palace, and would surely have been a superb signing for Liverpool, but they may now have to wait until next summer to sign him on a free. The England international was close to joining this year though, and Neville has questioned if Liverpool might regret not paying a bit more to get the deal done sooner. Liverpool might regret missing out on Mark Guehi transfer, says Gary Neville. Neville has suggested that LFC might have been able to persuade Palace to let Guehi go without a replacement if they'd been prepared to make a higher bid. I wonder if Liverpool will regret at some point if, say, Ibrahima Konate did get injured, not going like 45 or 50 million and just getting him over the line, Neville said. Former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher argued that his old club always liked to get value for money, so it seems this kind of approach was never likely. The pundits also all discussed what could happen next, with the expectation seeming to be that Guehi would most likely be targeted by Liverpool again once he becomes a free agent. Liverpool have a chance to sign a fantastic player. Fabrizio Romano confirms a transfer is very much possible. Liverpool spent the 2025 summer transfer window rebuilding their team. We've got a new-look defense with different first-choice options in each fullback role, a new attack with 2 new center forwards, and even different backup options in goal. Technically, there's a new winger in the first-team squad too, with Rio Ngumoha being given the nod for a senior place. He's already paid back that faith with a dramatic winner, of course, but it means Liverpool only really have one untouched area: midfield. Now that does make sense, as the midfield underwent a dramatic overhaul back in 2023. The Reds signed Ryan Gravenberch, Dominik Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister, and Wataru Endo that summer, completely reshaping things. It has only been a couple of seasons since then. The need for anything wasn't really there. Next summer though, Liverpool will almost certainly feel it's time to freshen up, and one major transfer is absolutely on the cards. Liverpool hold an interest in Adam Wharton, and for good reason. The midfielder is one of the brightest prospects in English football right now, and the Reds saw that up close at the Community Shield, with Wharton providing a brilliant pass for Crystal Palace's equalizer at Wembley. He's the kind of player that looks destined for the very top, and he's on the radar. Fabrizio Romano certainly believes something could happen with Wharton next summer. If Liverpool are in the market, he could well be theirs to land. I think if something happens, it's going to be after the World Cup, but for sure now, the focus of the player is on Crystal Palace, said Romano on his YouTube. He didn't want to move this summer, and he was not pushing for a move, because he's fully focused on Palace. Then in 2026, I would not be surprised if something happens, because Premier League clubs, but also clubs in Spain, including Real Madrid, are monitoring the boy, and so let's see what's going to happen. Wharton is a particularly interesting one for Liverpool, as he would fill a homegrown spot. That's something the club is in need of, having lost Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jarell Quansah, Kaim Kelleher, and Harvey Elliott this summer. He's absolutely one to watch then.